for the rest of our lives. Sleeping in for the rest of our lives. Oh my, maybe we were lovers in a past life. Maybe it's the final countdown. Counting up forever every morning with the sun in our eyes. Oh my, maybe we were lovers in a past life. Maybe we were stuck in the same night. Counting up forever every morning with the sun in our eyes. Swimming in a pool of your perfume. Diving in the deep end, deja vu, deja vu. I'm floating inside a moment, hoping it stops the time. Sleeping in, staying up all damn night.
Won't even know. Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. Well, look at that. Perfect. Alex would be proud. You don't even know. Just made the door shorter.
Maybe we were stuck in the same night. Counting up forever every morning with the sun in our eyes. Dreaming that we stay frozen, laying in parallel lines. Forget every word we've spoken. You can just read my mind. I'm floating inside a moment, hoping it stops the time. Sleeping in for the rest of our lives. Sleeping in for the rest of our lives. Oh my, maybe we were lovers in a past life. Maybe we were stuck in the same night. Counting up forever every morning with the sun in our
I was just crying because Jason was like, honestly, I was hoping that this call would come because I really wasn't ready to come tonight, and I would love to come November 5th. Yeah. So I'm like,
He said he'd rather come another time.
you would rather take that weekend November 5th.
Wait, but is that the weekend that Noah and Nicole have that they thought they were still getting?
No, they said they didn't care though.
Come down to this weekend.
That's awesome.
No, he was like, honestly, I was waiting for that call. Like, I didn't see your email because I thought it was just like another one of your welcome. Here's your just normal emails. He's like, I'm so sorry I didn't read it. He's like, I'm still digging holes. I'm in the construction world. So sweet. Well, there went that. What was that?
Glad we paid $1,200 for those gutters.
Where was it?
It's just balancing up against the side. We never screwed it in. Yeah.
Here we are. We had emailed our guest last Friday, who was going to be our first guest tonight, which is what you've been seeing all this chaos leading up to. Well, the email was kind of explaining our situation with our newest little baby, Millie, who was in the NICU for 9 days, and how that set us back on our production schedule and needing to be here to finish things up. We never heard back. So I was kind of bummed out because we had asked this guest, after we explained everything, if they wouldn't mind moving the reservation to a few more weekends from now, just to give us one more week or so to get things polished up. Never heard back, and I was like, man, he must be mad at us. So we have to do it. We just have to get everybody on all hands on deck and do it. So that's what we've been attempting to do. It would have been good for them to stay. We've got pretty much everything in. Just not polished, and we're lack of sleep and cutting corners on setup and no art hanging.
Doesn't feel very box hoppy yet.
Yeah, but we wanted to honor whatever he wanted to happen, so we gave him the forewarning a week ago. Today we were like, okay, he's coming, we just have to make the best of it. Well, then we're getting closer and closer to 4 o'clock when he's gonna check in, and I'm like, maybe he'll give us a grace for at least 2 more hours, maybe a 6 o'clock check-in. That will buy us a little bit more time. We can wrap up.
Okay, great.
So I go take the phone and call him. The sweetest, most gracious guest that we could ever have asked for to be our first guest. Like, he was amazing from when he booked it until even now. Like, I've had conversations with him over email. And I thought for sure, like, he'd be more bummed. And he was just like, you know what? I'm covered in dirt right now, and I could really go for coming in a couple weekends from now instead. I was just thinking to myself how hard it would be to, like, wrap all this up and have to take my work with me. And I just started crying. And I was like, are you serious? Like, we're doing it. We can definitely still have you. It'll just be, like, unpolished. And he was like, no. He's like, you guys do, like, a champagne christening tonight. Get some sleep. He's like, I'm in construction. I totally understand. I know what's going on right now in the world and all the things of, like, delays and what you've got going on in your personal life. It's just the sweetest person. So, all in all, needless to say, we're still putting a bow on some things while we're here, but we're going to use the rest of the week to make it perfect. And we're stoked because I miss our kids, especially the baby. I've been away from the baby for the longest time.
Day and a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm feeling rough.
I came home a couple days ago, and our son was like, Mom, there's a stranger in the house. Mom. I was like, no, it's me, son. It's me. I'm not as excited. I would rather just have it done. Like, I would rather be done today. This has been the hardest build we've ever done. Guaranteed. Hardest.
It'll be 99.
Emotionally draining, physically draining. It's funny thinking back to our, like, original start of this in November of, like, hey, like, Seth will be able to spend time with the kids and we'll be able to, like, focus on the family, just like the television network, and Focus on the Family. See that? Plug that in. This has been sponsored by Focus on Family.
We're going to get some sleep.
I'm
We're
dying.
going
I'm
to
dying.
recharge
We're
over the
up
weekend.
Till 4:45.
Yeah.
Took a cold shower, like ice cold. And then 3 hours later when we woke up, I figured out that there was a gas valve under the house that was off. And I turned it, and then I was like, wow, hot water. Where were you 3 hours ago before I went to bed?
Hot water heater. Oh. Really? To get warm. Hey, the only reason we took a cold shower is because the main shutoff valve downstairs was off in the crawl space. Really? We got hot water.
We're going to recharge. We'll start fresh at the beginning of the week to just make everything beautiful.
Thank you for watching.
Stop.
Weirdo.
Weirdo.
What? Just the claw.
We need to go to bed.
The claw.
And we have to go home to 4 kids, so I don't know about...
We get to. We
No,
don't
but-
have to. They're going to watch this someday and be like, oh, she said she had to come home. Oh.
I'm just saying, the sleep part.
No, let's not even tell your mom we're coming over. Let's just go to our house and sleep and not tell her.
Okay.
To remind.
You can watch our story here. The BoHo, the OG. Too much to handle. Like and subscribe to this video. Leave me a comment if you think this song sucks. I can handle it. For now, I'll just go.